And there you have it. I have just enough sterling silver wire. This is literally all I have left to make one more ring. Do it together. One along with me, you're gonna need 18 gauge sterling silver wire that is cut to about 16 centimeters. And then I'm gonna do copper for the heart again. And this is a 20 gauge cut to 3 centimeters. For wire to make the heart, you're gonna take these pliers, you're gonna grab the end and you're gonna roll it back on itself. So that way you get something that looks like that. Repeat that to the other side so that way you have 2 circles on the top of your wire. Just like this, you're gonna hold your wire slightly off center because now you're gonna bend it into the shape of the heart. So you're gonna start with something like that, and then you're gonna shift your pliers. That way you're directly into the center and you're gonna press the heart onto itself, just like that. I like to take these pliers, I don't know what any of them are called, and just give it a little press to kind of make everything flat before moving it to the hammering stage. Hammering is going to do 2 things. It's going to allow you to strengthen the heart so that way it stays in its shape when you attach it to the ring, and then it's your chance to get a little decorative. Hold it with the pliers, the edge, and then hammer. And you'll get a flat little heart like that. So you're going to take your sterling silver wire and your ring mandrel and you're going to put it around whatever size that you want. I would actually go about a half a size down from what you want because when you start to hammer in the texture, it's going to stretch the metal and then it's going to get a little bit bigger. This one, a size 8, so I'm going to put it at the 7.5 mark. I'm going to hold it in the center to the best of my ability, and then I'm going to wrap it around, having 1 wire piece on top and then 1 wire piece on the bottom. So that way you get something like that. Be tight. So right now it literally is like the size of a 9.5. So you do have to finagle it and kind of pull as needed. Get it to the spot that you want. What you're actually going to do is you're going to bend in that wire so they're meeting and you have a little, I don't know, bent out like this. So that way you can slide your heart piece directly onto it. And I actually find that this helps hold the shape and the size that you need a lot better because then you're going to start to kind of hold this in and bend the wire around your heart. Heart separates like this. It's okay. You can push it back together. Push mine back together and you can see right now it is sitting perfectly at 7.5. The thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the wire so that way I can curl it around the heart and seal it in. I'm going to give it probably about 2 millimeters. Cut a little bit more than needed so that way if you have to trim it down later, you can do so. Before I actually coil these around, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to hold the heart and hold those little separated pieces, and that's when I'm going to go in with my hammer and I'm going to start to flatten it, and then I'll go in the opposite side and add in some of that texture. Now as you do this, you're going to do a few taps and then you're going to twist. You're going to do a few more taps and twist. And this makes sure that the wire doesn't get distorted. You want to make sure you're hitting straight, not down. The thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the ball end and I'm going to make kind of like a little pebble texture that'll look very similar to this thicker ring here. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to use my bail pliers to curl these around so that way they just lock in really tight. I actually switched to these pliers to curl because I find that you can get in a little bit tighter. And so all we're doing is just curling it around so we can get it nice and tight down to the band. And once you get it into a good spot, that's when you can take your other pliers and just compress that all the way down. So you have something that looks like that. And there you have it. Your very own little heart wire wrapped ring, and this is a perfect size 8.